Japanese Jewish people, and when they do circumcisions, it's like Harry Carey. Sorry, I just wanted to get that one here. Okay, Matt sent me a video by this guy named Synthetic Man. But
He's a bit
cool.
of a known memer in some circles.
You know he's based because he has Ryan Gosling as his profile picture. This is a video
Spoiler
called...
alert. We are going to see what he looks like in this video.
Oh, boy.
He does not look like Ryan Gosling. Gonna just go ahead.
Matt, don't tell us, but Lundy, let's guess what this guy looks like.
I will give you one little
I'm guessing
hint.
we're not going to actually see what he looks like, but I'm going to go ahead and say
We
right
do.
now that...
We do. We see what he looks like.
Okay. Then, you know, he's got Ryan Gosling as a profile picture for his channel, so he definitely looks like really shitty. Like he looks like a really bad person.
Like there's video of him playing Fallout 1, staring at the screen like a dog would at somebody fucking unscrewing the top off of a jar of peanut butter.
If you had to pick like a YouTuber or anybody or any person to compare for what you think this guy's gonna look like.
I feel like he'd probably look like like any sort of like red pill guru circa 2016.
What was the name of that Warhammer guy that got in trouble because people were thinking he was dog whistling or whatever the fuck?
Like a more specific. A lot of Warhammer YouTubers have been taken down for dog whistling.
He was a blonde British guy with glasses.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name. Fuck.
Arch Warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll look like this guy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I don't know though.
That plays down.
All right. You gotta wait.
Oh yeah, there's like 5 fucking ads in this video. I got so fucking mad watching this because I was watching it through the activity thing on here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I am so fucking angry that I have to play this motherfucker's ad. Like, so here's what I'm gonna do, everybody. I'm gonna say this on the podcast. So I am going to find a charity that gives fucking HRT to 6-year-olds, and I'm gonna donate $100 to them because of this fucking cocksucker.
Right,
I want to find somebody who's just injecting fucking embryos with pure fucking estrogen and just be like, hey buddy, here's a fucking Ben Franklin. Love your work.
So Matt, you've seen all of the new Fallout show?
Yes, I loved it. And here's the thing, right? People know me. I'm a curmudgeon. I like what I likes and I hates what I hates.
And I have not seen the new Fallout show, but I have played all 5 Fallout
games. It's really good. Oh, look at this!
All 5 because
look at this
noob
thinking. Look at this noob thinking there's 5.
There is, Matt.
There's 1, 2, New Vegas, 3, 4. That's 5 right there. Then there's Tactics, Brotherhood of Steel.
Not real.
That's
not real.
7.
Not real. Not real.
And then with 76, that's 8. So
I don't count any of those 3.
Fake news.
Also, there's Fallout Shelter. So, no.
Fuck you. That's more of an insult than fucking 76 being a game.
By the way, we were talking about shows we liked earlier. I'm going to go ahead and recommend, and since the bot was not in here, everyone should watch the show Royal Crackers on Adult Swim. It's very good.
It's pretty good. My recommendation, though, is the Fallout series. It's so good, and I'm happy because like people are loving it. More people are coming on board to the franchise. I get to talk about Fallout more. I'm having a good old. I'm as happy as a pig in shit.
Bundy, what's your show recommendation?
I've been hearing a lot of positive things about the Fallout show, so go ahead and double that recommendation.
All right, everybody ready?
Oh yeah, real quickly, there will be spoilers.
Also,
both
Ninja
from
Kamui.
this asshole and from me.
What'd you say, Lundy?
Ninja Kamui.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a fun show.
I keep seeing it recommended whenever I watch Royal Crackers.
It's good. It's real good.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, just tell me when to pause whenever. 3, 2, 1, go.
The much anticipated Fallout TV adaptation has finally released. And who am I kidding? We all knew this would be bad. Is anyone surprised? I mean, a single person. I made a video just reacting to the first trailer and knew this would be an absolute butchering. And why is that? Well, not
21 seconds. Go ahead.
I'm already like annoyed. Everybody who watches like a trailer and goes, "Oh, this is gonna suck," fuck you. You're retarded. You don't know anything.
There's literally everyone that hated Royal
Also,
Crackers.
real quickly, I want to get into these. There is things, as much as I love the Fallout show, I do have, like, actual criticisms. Like, there's a lot of plot conveniences of, like, oh, they're looking for this person and the person happens to be right where they fucking are going to, you know? Like, that kind of shit. Also, like, a lot of I think, like, a lot of the humor works, it's not as integrated as well as I would like. I kind of feel like that might be, though, kind of a limitation of, like, going from a video game to television. But guess what's not going to be in this video? No actual legitimate criticisms. Also, another thing, and it's good that you paused on this scene, I think they could have done better with having, like, the power armor seem like it weighed more. The power armor kind of feels a little floaty.
I mean, it looks fine from.
Oh yeah, they
now.
nailed the aesthetics of the power armor. It looks fucking great, but it does kind of feel like, yeah, it feels like they should be moving
a little bit too easily.
Yeah, it feels like they should be a little slower.
Well, my understanding of the power armor, like being in it and being trained in using it, like it actually doesn't feel like it weighs much when you're actually wearing it.
You know, it's actually funny. We do see the benefits of having power armor training in a episode.
Interesting. But you know, the reason why I had him pause here is because obviously, you know, there's this big thing that people do. Like nobody can like let a show cook or let a movie cook or anything. Like the moment that people hear that something is even being announced, if it's being like directed or written by someone that they're like, I don't really like their stuff all that much, immediately they're like, oh well, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck, and it's gonna be an insult to everything, and it's the worst thing
that's
ever.
Why, like, because a lot of my criticisms are things that could be legitimately hammered out into season 2. Like, where it's like, okay, they get a better handle on the comedy. They maybe tweak the fucking special effects for, like, the power armor and some of the bigger creatures that we see. Yeah, again, little things that it's like, you know what? It, you know, could have done better in these areas, but, like, overall, still would say this is an 8 out of 10 series.
By the way, speaking of trailers, I just saw Joker 2's trailer yesterday, and I'm very excited for that.
I have a feeling Todd Phillips just literally... I have a feeling he kind of didn't want to make this movie, so he was just throwing out a bunch of shit to see. And just Warner Brothers agreed to all of it, so he's like, fuck it, I guess I'm doing this then.
I think that's exactly what happened, and I'm 100% down. Blondie, have you seen it yet?
No, I don't think I have.
By the way, you have HBO Max now. You have no excuse. You need to watch Joker.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You're gonna love it.
All right.
We can you'll understand all the memes.
We can get the memes without seeing the movie. I'm pretty sure.
We can have yeah, but it's a good movie. We can have a big gay argument over whether or not he's a good guy when you watch it.
Also, I want to be just real quick. I'm looking at the right side, like recommended with this particular video, and even that fucking hack of an idiot, the critical drinker, thinks that Fallout's a good fucking show.
I don't know who the fuck that guy is. He keeps popping up
he's just a dude who like fucking does like surface level like is this woke or is it not woke?
It's armored skeptic shit basically.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
He's got like no actual like interesting thoughts. Just generally speaking, it's just like this main lady ugly. Don't like her. Like he's not a intelligent person. But
with that name, I was With that name, I was expecting Red Pill AVGN.
I mean, kinda.
You want to know a shithead who also, though, did not like the Fallout series like this shithead where you're currently watching?
Oh,
Shadversity.
Good. Fuck him.
I
hope he
haven't
doesn't enjoy
watched
anything.
his video yet about it, but it's like, oh, it's going to be probably some of the... Oh, yeah, I do know one thing. So, he complains about the gay sex scene in the first episode of Fallout.
No
You-
gays.
Well, here's the funny thing about this, Lundy. Do you know what is not in the first episode of the Fallout series?
What?
A gay sex scene. There's a sex scene between the female main character and her fucking fiance. That is the gay sex scene he is referring to. He is saying it is a gay sex scene because there's a man in it.
That's so fucking funny. Holy shit.
I was gonna say, does the guy look like femme looking, or
No,
What is
he's
the point?
you'll see him. He's in this video because this guy does talk mostly about the first episode. He does get into some spoilers for later on in the series, but you'll see him. He's kind of a Chad. He kind of looks like the guy who plays Homelander.
I know who you're talking about. Fuck,
He looks like Homelander, like Witch.com Homelander.
he looks like the Chad meme. Okay. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Just because it's Amazon, and we all know from Rings of Power and various other shows they
Paul,
made.
sorry to do this again. So
Sorry,
I
sorry.
love how he's like, Amazon doesn't care about content, about respecting the source material. Invincible season 2 just literally wrapped up like a fucking week ago. And I also love his criticism of, we know from these terrible Amazon shows like Rings of Power and various other ones, never says what the various other ones are. And not going to defend Rings of Power or Wheel of Time, which are two, in my opinion, the worst Amazon shows that have come out yet. Because they're fucking dog shit. But it's like, one, the Tolkien estate didn't even give fucking Amazon the rights to fucking any of the actual fucking Lord of the Rings mythos. They just gave them cliff notes. What was Amazon supposed to fucking do with that? And I will give you Wheel of fucking Time. They did muddle with the fucking story and fuck that one up. So, point one for this fucking asshole who has the chin of a terrapin. That's a turtle for people who aren't fucking smart.
Well, I think we have a good idea of what we're gonna see in a second. All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
That they really
go.
don't care about the source material of any series, franchise, no matter how beloved. I mean, if they didn't care about Lord of the Rings, they sure as hell were not going to care about Fallout. But not just that, we know
God, I hate
Bethesda
seeing Fallout
doesn't
3
care
footage
about
with the
Fallout,
blue
at least
fucking
the
HUD.
lore, the canon, anything that they weren't directly involved with. And honestly, in some cases, even some of their older games, they don't care about continuity in the least bit. Now, for the sake of maintaining relevancy,
pause real
I'm
quickly.
only going to...
Okay, well, one, keep in mind, real quickly, who is punching who in this scene. That is going to be very important later. This is
Okay.
called foreshadow.
Okay.
But secondly, the whole thing about like Bethesda not caring about fucking again, I said this before we were recording. Continuity and canon is important because it helps establish the themes and the tone of the fucking world you are creating. But when it becomes a detriment to storytelling, I no longer give a shit. This is one of the reasons fucking people hate the fucking Brotherhood shit in Fallout 4. Because it's just, like, they don't do anything with the Brotherhood. They're just like, oh, here's the Brotherhood.
You all remember the Brotherhood, right? Everybody likes
Yeah.
the Brotherhood.
And that is a slavish devotion to the fucking canon. Because if Bethesda had the fucking balls to create a new faction, they could have. could have had a different fucking this is one of the things that pisses me off about like Fallout 3, where they could have done so much with the DC Enclave. Like, you could have had like a split faction there, where like you have like the DC Enclave who are like the descendants of the guys who watched over the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. They even have a Fallout type faction name, the Sentinels. We could have had the Sentinels instead of the East Coast Brotherhood, a whole new faction. They got fucking power armor. Like, you could have all your cool little fucking shit. But no, Brotherhood's established fucking canon. We gotta have the Brotherhood of Steel in our dumb little Fallout game. You know why they have to have the Brotherhood of Steel in their dumb little Fallout game? Because morons like you will bitch and moan if they don't have the Brotherhood of Steel in their fucking Fallout game. Ugh. I hate Fallout fans so Why does everything I love have to be also loved by morons?
Welcome to where I've been as a moral oral fan for about 12 years. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah. And again, remember who's punching who. Gonna be important.
3, 2, 1, go.
Review the first episode in this video, and I'll review the whole season next week. Every single episode dropped at the same time, so on the one hand, that's totally a good thing because this will be gone and forgotten in no time flat, because I don't think anyone who's a real fan of Fallout is going to consider this canon.
About this going. This game has literally fucking spiked the Fallout on Steam. Like the Fallout games have crawled back into the fucking top seller lists on fucking Steam and various other platforms.
People fucking talking about it all over Twitter too. People will be like, "Well, I've watched the Fallout show. Now I gotta fucking play New Vegas."
Like this, I will grant you, because they did do the binge thing. This will have a sharper fall off than it probably should have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But it's like this is the biggest fucking spike of popularity the Fallout series has had since arguably Fallout 3.
Okay, you guys want to start back up again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're paused at 117. 3, 2, 1, go.
Especially because of all of the retcons, inconsistencies, it's obvious the showrunners didn't give a single shit about the Fallout universe, yet Todd Howard said this is canon. I fucking hate Todd Howard at this point. I don't care if he's not directly involved with any of Bethesda's projects and he's basically just a glorified salesman, the face of the company. Doesn't matter. He's still taking the fucking blame. So before I start spoiling everything in the intro, we might as well just get into the breakdown. So episode 1 begins in 2077, right before the bombs drop.
Yep.
So you're going to see this throughout the video, Lundy, and this is one of the things that really fucking set me off. Not only did this gomless fucking shithead create a fucking video like this, he couldn't even take the time to get enough B-roll from the actual Fallout games. So for most of this video, most of the B-roll is him playing fucking Dragon Ball Breakers.
Because he's lazy. He doesn't give a fuck to even try.
And the other thing, you know what pisses me off most? He couldn't even play a good Dragon Ball game. It couldn't even be fucking Xenoverse or fucking Fighter Z. No, stupid fucking Dragon Ball Breakers is the thing you're fucking playing. Is the thing you are visually subjecting us to while you just verbally diarrhea in our fucking ears about. Well, you know what? We're gonna get ready to get into it. Go ahead, go.
Okay, 154. 3, 2, 1. Go.
We see Walton Goggins playing one of the main characters, the Ghoul. Yes, they literally call him the Ghoul when there are...
Sorry again. Sorry. Fucking, there's so much fucking shit that triggers him being like, oh, they call him the Ghoul when there's thousands of... Did this motherfucker watch The Big Lebowski and was like, why do they call him the dude? There's hundreds of thousands of dudes in the world. That's a stupid nickname. You fucking dolt. I said this in D.GG. Because, man, I got this when we got a lot further in the video. I'm reliving this. Lundy and Goat are fucking viewing this with fresh eyes, so they don't know how truly terrible this video fucking gets. But I wish cerebral palsy on this motherfucker. And then I had to take that back, and I was like, no, that's too nice. I want this motherfucker to get Lou Gehrig's disease. I want him to have locked-in syndrome.
Locked-in syndrome, and the only thing that's ever playing is the Fallout series.
Just woke shit.
just non-stop woke stuff. Just oh, you like this, don't you?
like he's just in a hospital room that can only get logo. All he can watch is Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and the L Word.
Just playing a zoom in at that scene at the end of Rise of Skywalker where the two girls make out in the background.
He's just like, this isn't what Glub Shitto died for.
This isn't what Yam Yam Jabbar died for.
This is a travesty to those heroes.
Man, George Lucas really was just coming up with fucking...
He really ruined a generation. He is right next to J.K. Rowling. Just the both of them have done irreparable fucking damage to people. History's greatest fucking monsters, those two.
So does he think that they call this character the Ghoul because there is only one Ghoul in the whole of the world?
Yeah, again, he doesn't understand that, like I don't know if this guy watches wrestling, but I could see him being like, why do they call Becky Lynch the Man?
She's not a man.
Yeah. Number one, she's not a man. And number two, last time I checked, there are roughly 3.5 billion men on this planet. Just remembering all of this, and I'm stewing.
He's got that like stupid fucking like 20-year-old voice, man. Like,
yeah. For me, his voice reminds me of ER. I don't know if you remember ER.
A little bit, yeah.
You know ER, Matt?
I have heard this guy's voice in like a bajillion different like YouTubers over time. This guy is such a fucking like one-hit wonder kind of guy. I can already tell you. Like the fact that he has over 100,000 subscribers makes me want to kill myself.
ER is the guy who reviewed like Steven Universe and Legend of Korra, and the joke is that he calls them Steven Juniverse. Yeah. And
that does sound like this guy, man.
Also, he's a
because spoiler alert, we do get into some anti-Semitism.
I think his post came out in ER basically said that he does dog whistle specifically for whatever it done there. Like 2 minutes, 4 seconds. Who gives a shit? 2 minutes and 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Of ghouls, at minimum in the Fallout universe, he is the ghoul. But as of right now, he is Cooper Howard, a Marine veteran who is famous for something. I don't think they explained it in this scene, but they
literally
played some
he's
kind
a movie star. They literally explained this.
Or military propaganda. And now he just does birthday parties for alimony payments. And I find this even more funny because his kid is mixed race. So his black wife divorced him, and now he plays fucking birthday parties. How black-pilling is that?
Oh, wait.
And at the risk of getting a shit ton of dislikes from normies, just like
this
my
guy
review
sounds
of the
like
first
a
episode of
faggot.
The Last of Us, I find this even more funny because if you know anything about marriage statistics, you would know that white male,
statistically
black,
speaking, it is not possible for us.
The fact that he actually looks into that is so fucking gay.
Anti-propaganda, but I still think it's promoting.
Also, he watched this show with his mother.
Every show on television does. You know, for as woke as video games are these days,
I can't
TV
believe he got
movies
blacked.
blow the gaming industry out of the water. Basically, every streaming show I've tried to watch
I
with my
looked at
mother
Mom
has
and
had
said, "That's
some
what
form
happens
of
when you pay
propaganda
the
in it,
cold
and usually
toll."
multiple types, whether it's race
And
related,
his mom
gender
just
related,
silently
LGBT
nods,
related.
thinking
It's
about the
What
usually
he has,
grandchildren she'll never
what I'm
have.
confused
Getting
about
back to
is the
Fallout.
propaganda.
The
He
rich guy
says
who's
every show
hosting
that
the
I've
birthday
watched has
party
some sort of
calls Walton
like woke
Goggins a
propaganda in it, but he
communist
hasn't like
because he
demonstrated
won't
any
stick
woke
his thumb
propaganda
up in
outside of there
reference
being
to
a mixed
the
race kid.
supposed
That's
safe
woke now.
distance
Just
from a
people
nuclear
being
bomb,
mixed race. That's
implying
woke.
that Walton
All right.
Goggins
No.
opposes
Also,
the war
Walter
with China.
Goggins is
Nothing really comes
a
of this.
communist.
This whole scene is obviously supposed to give you an idea what the retro future culture of 2077 looks like. But if a modern Marxist rewrote history and added diversity
we should
everywhere,
By the
pause.
way,
how
Paul,
would
yeah, you picked a good
359.
Oh,
point.
is that
Because
what he
he's
looks like?
359. Let's
yeah,
try to zoom in.
one.
Let's
That's
zoom
what
in
he.
on this motherfucker. Okay.
Look at him. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
No.
I got it. Go back
Oh,
359.
before you get into his looks, he talked about like, oh, this is a retro-futuristic society if Marxists fucking made it diverse. He talks about how the Fallout games had only white people in it, and he literally pauses on a non-white fucking character. Like, Dash is, like, before you zoom in on him, zoom in on the fucking character he is looking at on the screen. Yeah, that's a caucasoid if I've ever fucking seen one.
I'm fairly certain this character is supposed to be Native American. If I remember correctly.
Like, at this point, like, everybody's, like, mixed to fucking... Like, I will say, because this is one criticism, not only of the show, but in the Fallout series in general, I have, is, at least on the surface world, I can get why distinct racial groups still exist. But when it comes to, like, vaults, it's kind of like, well, it's been 200 years. Why are there still, like, distinctively black, white, Chinese?
Well, that's definitely something that Voltec did, though, Matt. Right?
I mean, they definitely probably did have some of that.
They had
fucking
like
shit going.
whites only, blacks only, blah 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 vaults. They
But,
did
like,
that.
there's a lot of vaults where it's like, because you see it and you know what, not to get into spoilers, but maybe that was part of the reason, part and parcel with some of the secret shit going on with the vaults in this series, but it is like, it is always in the back of my mind of like,
Hang
God
on, I
damn
got
it!
it.
You keep accidentally fucking.
Stop.
yeah.
Stop. Okay, it paused. Thank
I
God.
mean, don't worry, Goat. I'm pretty much done with my thought. I was just saying,
No,
it's
you're
like,
fine. I
do
just
you
wanna
think?
make-
But
wanna
at the
make
same
fun of
time,
it.
I'm not doing the weird fucking race shit that this guy is doing. I'm
There
just
we go.
like, shouldn't everybody be kind of like just a lovely beige color by now?
So
I
I'm
just
looking at
want-
this guy. Let's just go through things here. First off,
Yeah.
his drip, negative.
What
If
is
I've ever
that
seen
shirt?
it.
I can't even tell.
I can't tell, but it looks like a loser gamer shirt. That's what it looks
It looks
like.
like
It
a
reminds me. It
he's
reminds
wearing
me
a
of
Metro.
fucking Dave Nordahl, fucking Lord of Patriarchs.
It
and fucking
reminds me of the
Workhorse.
Dexter's Lab title for some reason.
That meme picture of fucking Workhorse saying, telling a little girl why feminism sucks while he's wearing a fucking Ninja Turtles t-shirt. That's what this shirt reminds me of. Like, how old is this guy? Maybe 20?
I'm gonna go for my half court shot.
Alright.
He looks like divorced daddy of 5.
So my comment was,
Without the ability to grow any fucking facial hair, look at him. Holy shit.
Also, I zoomed in earlier, but bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Receding hairline at that age, dude, just give up.
so my comment about his looks when I first saw him was, he looks like Phalus and Leafy did the fusion dance.
I
will
fuck.
It is very nice that he included his family in the playthrough with him.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Family.
His little Broly action figure over there.
His
I'm not gonna lie, having only like a few figures is even sadder than having like the entire shelf full.
There's a few figures on a glass table right next to him. That's what that is. He has
Like
a
they're literally just over there to say, see, look, I have something. Like it's not impressive. It's not like a
I mean,
large collection.
Look at the rest of his room. He doesn't have any posters.
Yeah, it's
or
like
anything.
it's entirely barren.
He-
It's fucking.
He literally looks like he's living in an attic right now.
I wouldn't be surprised. Look at that roof. It fucking definitely go like inverts way too.
Oh
way
shit! Yeah,
too
I
well.
didn't even know. That. It's like way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up in the top of the house.
He's got one Broly action figure that is just like sitting there just to show like, hey guys, I like Dragon Ball Z.
Is that carpet? What does he have in front of his bed? I can't tell.
Could be carpet. I don't know. It's a little too blurry to tell.
This is a weird room.
Yeah.
He's living in Roger from American Dad's attic.
He's just got he's got negative drip. He's fucking got a receding hairline at the age of 20. He's got like the voice of like 50% of fucking YouTubers out there.
He lives in his attic and he kind of looks like Roger pretending to be a YouTuber right now.
He's just got nothing going for him that's in any way impressive. Holy shit.
I want to see that as an American Dad plotline now. Roger is a Twitch streamer.
Okay. 3 minutes, 59 seconds. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Like in the original Fallout games, all the characters.
Oh, I didn't even know.
White.
Pause. Sorry, I didn't even know it was his shitty dog on the floor over there.
Hey. Let's not bring the dog into it, okay? That's a little too fun.
He put a camera up for the fucking dog. I'm bringing the dog into it.
Because it's a doggo. Everybody likes doggos. Even Hitler.
What does he have on the floor here? Let's look
I
at
bet
this.
I bet you if you could convince Hitler dogs could be Jewish, he'd be like, you know what, no Holocaust.
I thought that was an Xbox for a second. I think that's a Mac box. Oh, you fucking gay bitch. I like that part of this is now just shitting on his house. Okay, I hope he gives more of a tour later in the video.
We do see him some more.
Hell yeah. Okay, 4 minutes and 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
But there's something uncanny about this whole thing. We'll put it at that. I'm not gonna make a huge deal over it. So anyway, shortly after the first nuke drops on LA, the rich guy punches his black friend, not letting him in their fallout shelter, and Walton Goggins rides off on a horse with his daughter on the back, as if you could.
Do they make it a big point that he's black in the show?
They literally just told us in the previous scene the safe distance is the size of a thumb. I think that.
By the way, real quickly, pause.
Yeah, 4:32.
One thing with the thumb thing, that's a myth in reality, and also, spoiler alert, in the show, that actually becomes a plot point.
Do they make reference to the fact that one guy's black in the show?
You mean the black guy who gets punched, Frank?
Yeah. Do they make reference to the fact that he's black?
No, not really. Like Frank's just like, "Hey, can I get in the shelter?" And he's like, "No, fuck you."
So, I was just wanting to make sure because he's specifying that he's the black guy.
Well, again, this guy literally started his criticisms off with like, "I saw a mudblood child on my television show with my 180-year-old mother."
When she finished screaming, I started. Then we calmed down and we both got some Hot Pockets for the evening. 4:32. 3, 2, 1, go.
A bit bigger than that. I know they did this to have a really dramatic scene, but it just comes across incredibly idiotic, especially since 3 more nukes drop, one which is within a mile of the house. Whatever. So anyway, moving on, we fast forward to the present, and I want to point out this takes place after all of the games. And more importantly, 15 years after Fallout New Vegas. You're gonna want to remember that, considering this takes place on the West Coast. So now we meet our true protagonist, Lucy, a resident of Vault 33.
Pause.
Okay, 508.
It is, and he even talks about this. He's getting ready to go into it. It is not a control vault. Do you know what a control vault was? This vault had an experiment. It not only the spoiler alert for the show, this vault had 2 fucking experiments. Because it's spoiler alert, 3 interconnected vaults.
Okay, do you want me to start back up or?
Yeah,
Even
it's
more-
just like motherfucker. Again, do you know? And do you know what would have happened if it was a control vault on the West Coast in California? You know who would have found it? The Enclave, and they'd be dead. So there'd be no show.
Okay, starting up. 508, 3, 2,
Which I guess
1,
was another
go.
control vault. Either that or it's some kind of multi-vault experiment. As they fail
They
to
literally
adequately
explain it.
explain in the show, Vault 31, 32, and 33 are all directly connected to each other. And so Lucy is applying for an arranged marriage with one of the other vaults. They show off all of her various skills.
Pause.
And of course, she just so happens to be good at basically
Again,
everything.
sorry to do this, Goat, but
531.
there's
Go.
literally a fucking plot reason why she is good at everything. Like, it is amazing how it's just like a dipshit like this cannot even wait to be. He just immediately writes, like, I think, Lundy, you brought it up, like, earlier. Like, just immediately, bad faith writes off something.
Sees a woman being good at stuff. Can't be a good reason for this. Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Mary-
Dumb.
Can't be that she is literally bred to be fucking perfect like everybody else in that dumb fucking vault.
Okay, 531. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
As ready as I can be, Goat.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Thing. Definitely not Mary Sue, guys. And of course, she gets approved. We find out her father is the overseer. Her younger brother is this tiny, huge-nosed, cowardly, incompetent beta male. And also that Lucy fooled around with her cousin.
Messing around with your cousin, it's all well and good for kids, but it's not a sustainable long-term sexual practice, you know?
Who, despite being a tall, kind of more Chad-looking dude, is also a complete coward, worthless pussy. Get used to hearing that. And so the members of Vault 33 meet up with the members of Vault 32, and we find
you just
out
say
her
it's good
soon-to-be
that
husband
fucked
is
her cousin
actually
as
a
long as he
white
was
guy
Chad?
and not ugly.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Okay.
But
This
don't worry,
guy is
save more of that
pro-incest,
for
by
you
the way.
shortly. At the wedding, Lucy
Yeah,
asks
keep that
her
bloodline
new
pure.
husband, Monty, what his sperm count is. You know, I think I'm actually
See?
starting to like this guy.
He's one of those
Even more
weirdos.
based, as soon as they get back to her room, Monty strips naked and they just straight up have
The
sex.
gay sex scene, by the
I
way,
guess
Lundy.
one good
This is the
thing
gay
came
sex
out of this
scene.
show.
Yeah.
But of course, everything goes to shit as the big schnoz little brother soon discovers one of the members of Vault 32 is dead and rotting. And it turns out raiders somehow got into Vault 32, killed everyone, and Lucy gets stabbed, but she manages to save herself in the most cliche Hollywood way possible by
I like
smashing a glass
balls.
on his head and then like slicing.
I like how it's just like, yeah, let's just throw out words. Cliched.
It's
Like-
cliche to hit somebody with something now. Okay.
Exactly. Oh man, did you see fucking that boxing match? It ended in the most cliche. Rocky ends in the most cliched way possible. Rocky fights fucking a guy in a boxing match in a movie about boxing. He uses punches. Why didn't he kick somebody?
He actually knocks the guy down. So cliche.
Oh, this alien
fucking
has
hell.
Oh, the predator comes from its home planet in a
Bro, you can
spaceship.
make a fucking video about this guy and just title it like "Your Brain on Anti-Woke Bullshit."
Like,
it's just
like, Lundy, we talked about this earlier. How I've been telling more and more people to kill themselves lately,
yeah.
and this goes with this guy too. Like, and I know, I am one to be talking about this because Batman versus Superman. But at the same time, if I was this fucking miserable about everything, about every piece of media I consumed, I would either A, stop consuming media, or B, kill myself.
How much would he lose his mind if Dragon Ball Z introduced a black main character? Like just on the cast.
They already did Mr. Popo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Piccolo.
most racists just don't take him as like a real character.
I only like Mr. Popo in the Team 4-star version because he acts exactly like black people in real life, murdering and doing drugs.
And rape. Don't forget the rape.
And rape.
But just like if I was this consumed by misery every fucking day, again, I would kill myself. Like, why would you live a life like this, where it's like everything I love, I hate, and everything I hate even more than the shit I love? Because again, with Batman versus Superman, yeah, I went over the fucking top with that shit, but at the same time, I wasn't like everything's shit, and I also didn't try to tie it into some weird Jewish globalist plot about trying to make your fucking penis smaller. I was just like, this is a shitty movie.
I just love the idea that like a dude can't like be in a show who's like a loser unless like it's some sort of big fucking like conspiracy. Like you can't just be a loser in a show. You have to be like some psyop that has been put in place specifically to fucking, I don't know, make men look weak.
Yeah, this is probably like Big Globo, Big Homo, and the Jewish cartel.
This is a dude who would never be happy with any show that has any like flaws in any characters unless they're women. Like
Also,
women have to be flawed and they have to be stupid, and they have to be bimbos, and they have to be incapable of everything. And every dude has to be like a square-jawed white Chad that is the best at everything and can
here's the thing,
always like virtuous and good.
We know who he would side with in terms of Fallout. Like, we know what this guy's preferred Fallout show would be.
Oh, sure.
It'd be a Legion show.
Yeah. This dude definitely sided with Legion every single playthrough.
100% of the time.
He thinks they're fucking based. He thinks fucking Caesar talking out of his ass about fucking Heigl and shit is like super fucking cool. Like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking smart. I'm smart because I like him. That's the kind of fucking retard this guy is.
Also, too, what does he expect? Like, oh, the main character got stabbed in the first fucking episode. Did you expect her to fucking die? Go into a fucking coma from blood loss? And also, too, and this will be the last thing for me, go, unless Lundy wants to interject. But here's the main difference between, like, when I hate something and this fucking gomless fucking shithead hates something. I'm not a pig. If I hated something as much as this motherfucker hated the first episode of Fallout, you know what I would do? Not watch episode 2. Exactly. I'd be like, I already have so much fucking shit on my backlist of shit to watch. This is terrible. So, fuck it. I'm going to write it off. I'm just going to be like, it won't improve. So I'll just move on to the next thing on my to-watch list.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah. I hate this fucker. Every breath he takes is just an affront to God.
6:59. 3, 2, 1.
She heals herself with a stim pack and then heads into the armory and grabs a fucking trank gun. I guess all the real guns were already gone.
They are. You see them later.
A bunch of her friends get horrifically murdered. Men just getting the absolute shit beat out of them. The only competent males at all are the raiders. But her pregnant best friend, after getting stabbed in the eye with a fork, gets a hold of an SMG and starts mowing down raiders.
Where she gets the SMG from.
Yeah, fucking imagine being able to mow people down with a gun. What a fucking woke agenda. Jesus fucking Christ, what an idiot.
This propaganda.
Also, she gets the gun from like a Vault-Tec.
It's propaganda that a woman who can pick up a gun and mow a bunch of people down.
But her dad managed
like he talks about how you heard him say the only competent male in the show is Lucifer.
Literally, he talked about the goal earlier.
Yeah. Who I've seen promotional stuff with him. I've seen clips and shit. He seems like an ultra fucking competent person.
The goal is basically a Fallout New Vegas companion in terms of competency. But it is
As in,
just
you
like,
can just sit back and let him do all the work.
because I can get them being like, him being like, oh, Maximus isn't competent. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And you know why he's not competent? That's part of his fucking character arc. You know, a thing a story is made of.
I can't imagine looking at a show and the only thing that I care about is whether or not every single man that I see is better than every single woman that I see at everything that they do. And thinking like that's the only thing that fucking matters.
Well, Lundy, that's because you have a pussy for a brain.
I can't imagine how fucking like boring of a life a person's got to live to have that as like their main fucking thing that they give a
Again, you
shit
see
about
why
in
I'm
show.
like, motherfuckers like this, instead of making a useless ass video essay and getting a small bit of monetary reward for it, they should all just pick a day and kill themselves.
Now, Matt, I've been waiting to ask this. Where does, between this guy and the gender pronouns in whatever the fuck game,
Oh yeah,
was-
that fucking pig. Yeah.
yeah, between those two, who do you hate more?
Honestly, they're both the same person. Because, like I said, they're both pigs. They're both like, I hate this. Oh, episode 2? Okay, let's start episode 2. Like, you are frauds. And I am so glad you are not going to breed.
Okay,
And here's the fun thing: the only reason why he's going to make a video on the rest of Fallout 2 is because he knows that a lot of people are going to talk about it. He knows that a lot of people want to fucking like see people's opinions on it, and that's why he's going to be doing it, even though he's going to pretend the entire time that nobody actually gives a fuck about the show.
I'm gonna be honest.
Motherfuckers like this and the Starfield guy are the reason I'm pro-abortion.
This is a dude who is cashing
Because-
in on the fact that loads of people have watched and love this show and want to talk about it by also pretending that nobody likes the show and that like his opinion is so obvious and based and cool that like nobody reasonable would ever disagree with him. But then if you do disagree with him, you're a quote unquote normie, which I guess just means like someone who doesn't give a shit about miscegenation.
And here's the thing: you might misunderstand me when I say motherfuckers like this make me pro-abortion.
I'm not saying I wish they were aborted. The reason they make me pro-abortion is because the only way a useless scumfuck, I can't even call him beta male, an epsilon male, a shitty fucking Greek letter that only mathematicians fucking use. A shitty epsilon male like this fucker. The only way his genes get passed on is through fucking rape. And I am glad we live in a country where rape babies can be fucking destroyed.
We're just laying more and more of the groundwork to make it okay for us to say the N-word on this podcast. But we're pro women's rights. We're fags.
And we're pro Down syndrome.
Go ahead, try to make me swear allegiance. I'll make out with a fucking retard right
Yeah.
Okay, everybody ready?
yeah,
Okay, 7:54. 3, 2, 1, go.
by the way, pause.
8:11.
He calls her the overseer when she's the leader of the raiders. She's not an overseer. I mean,
He already pointed out that the raiders killed everyone in the fucking vault, and then he's calling her the overseer. Like, okay, would they not have killed the overseer as well?
Well, no, the overseer is the main character's father.
No, but there's 3 different vaults, remember? And the one vault got taken over by raiders.
Yeah.
And they killed everybody in the vault. So I would assume that they would also have killed that vault's overseer.
To be fair, they didn't kill everybody. They just killed. I mean, the people in the vault weren't the real target. I'll just say that because I'm trying to dance around spoilers. Because again, I want people to watch this. I want people to become Fallout fans.
I've got
like
it queued up. I'm ready to go.
I don't want to be a gatekeeping asshole like this fucking prick.
Damn, Lundy, that means you're gonna take some spoilers with this show going into it.
Yeah.
I mean, to
but
be
okay.
fair, Lundy's on Twitter, so I'm assuming he's already probably seen some of them.
I've seen.
Like,
I have. I
He's
most
also
certainly
gone on
have.
record saying he doesn't care about spoilers. So
Yeah.
okay, 8-11. Everybody ready?
Mhm.
All right. Ready, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Captured anyway. We see that the Latina overseer is the real villain of the show. Yes, this middle-aged brown woman is supposed to be this mega badass evil raider we're supposed to be intimidated by. Modern media is such a joke. We're not even halfway through the episode.
way,
I
real
already
quickly.
don't want to watch anymore, but
Pause 8:23. I can point them out when I hear them.
Yeah.
was
I've given you a lot of practice.
So,
This is my Danielson moment. This is wash the window.
talks about how like, oh, the Latina woman's supposed to be the leader of the Raiders. Isn't that ridiculous? No, because you know why?
Actually.
There have been female Raider leaders in the Fallout series.
Including New Vegas, which this guy simps hard for. So you know.
Like one of the fucking top lieutenants of the fucking Fiends is a woman.
Yeah.
Like the Great Khans are like pretty fucking socially egalitarian when it comes to men and women roles.
Yeah. Like this is not new. In fact, I'm super fucking confused as to how someone can be a Fallout fan while also being this fucking like regressive, just generally speaking.
It's because
like, Fallout
like,
is a generally pretty fucking like woke fucking series.
Legion is
generally
based.
speaking.
well, this is the thing, Lundy, and it's like this is why a lot of shitheads focus on like bitching about like the aesthetics or canon or these little trivial tidbits. They're not actual fucking fans. They don't care about like the themes of the fucking series. They just see, ooh, cool fucking armor, ghouls, fucking big iron on my hip, just spurs that go jingle jangle. That's Fallout to them. Like, I think it was an XQC comic, or I forget the name of the comic strip, but you know the one with the little stick figures, right?
Yeah.
XCD, XCCD, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they did one where they talked about like people who talk about like, oh, I love science, and it's like you don't love science. You don't actually know anything about fucking science. You just say like you love science in a superficial way, like a dude saying I love women when you're just looking at somebody's ass or tits.
I fucking love science.
You don't love the actual fucking personality and core of what Fallout is. You just love the tits and the ass of Fallout. That's all you care about.
Yo, real quick.
This is why my most unpopular Fallout opinion, Johnny Guitar is the best song in New Vegas because it is a perfect representation of what the Fallout series is. It is a longing for a past that is gone and wasn't probably all that good in the first fucking place. Because you live in a present that is like, man, this is way worse.
Hey, I'm gonna take a piss real quick. You guys vamp for a second.
Oh, that's fine.
Like I'm just thinking about like every story that exists in the Fallout games.
When my screen closes, it might shut the video off. So 8:23.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to think of a single like mission that actually encourages you to be like regressive, just socially speaking, in like any of the games really. And outside of like siding with Caesar's Legion, I'm really just having a hard time coming up with just about anything. I'm just
you
it's
can make the argument in 4 if you side with the Brotherhood. That's like Yeah, you are committing synth genocide. That's probably bad.
Yeah, sure. But even then, like, I don't know. I think I think at the very least there's arguments that you can have on that one.
I mean, I would make the argument that it's like, well, Brotherhood, you could just kill all the Institute people and basically leave the
Of everything that
fence.
I've seen, like you can say a lot about Fallout 4 like sucking, but one thing that they're not terrible at is being pretty clear about the fact that since being a bad thing is not entirely unfounded. Like they made it pretty clear that there are synths that do kill people who and replace them, and they do that.
Yeah, but to be fair, they do that on the orders of the Institute.
Well, it's not even just that though,
See,
because
the main
you have the
argument you
other
could make
you have the other synth.
is,
Do you remember the random encounter that you get with the one synth, the dude who like manages to overpower his synth, who's trying to kill
yeah,
him?
the
And he's just like,
art versus art special encounter, yeah.
yeah. And then no matter if you take the synth side, then he tries to kill both of you. So, you know, they are kind of shitty. Or at least they can be. They have that
Again,
potential.
Synth art was still working for the Institute, though.
Sure.
Because that's the thing, like Hancock points this out. Since not under control of the Institute, they seem like regular fine people. Because here's the thing, right, Lundy?
Yeah.
Where do you start drawing this line?
No, I get it, and I agree
It's
with you.
like,
I'm saying that at
do
the very
we-
least, like, there's an argument to be made there that, like, there's a reasonable justification of fear when it comes to the synths because of the fact that a lot of them have been kind
Would
of
you say
either
there's a
controlled
reasonable
by or
justification?
brainwashed by the Institute.
Would you say there's a reasonable justification to be for referral goals because they might turn feral?
To be like cautious, sure.
Because that's the thing. It's like, where do you start drawing the line with this stuff of like, oh, if we're gonna be like discriminatory towards this one group, maybe we should be discriminatory towards this group because they're also dangerous when you think about it.
Right, and so I agree with you. What I'm saying is, at the very least, there's an
And then you get
argument
to the
be
point where
made
it's
there.
like, well, we can't trust anybody outside of our community because they're outsiders, and then you get like fucking Covenant type shit going on where you start torturing people.
I don't disagree with you, Matt. I'm trying to say that they do a pretty good job at indicating that there is a reasonable fear to be had there. Not saying that it's good to act on that fear. In fact, I think that's one of Fallout's main themes is like just because things
See,
are
that's where I
different
argue
and
with
scary.
you. And I think that's where I think they do a good job of making the Institute a threat,
Sure.
but not necessarily because, like, and because here's the thing.
Well,
maybe
that's okay. To be fair, when it comes to knowing that the Institute's a threat, that's like a you thing, like the player character kind of thing going on, as opposed to necessarily just like fucking oh shit that's a player character bit of information that the vast majority of the people in the
well, no,
Fallout
everybody knows
world are
about
not
the
aware of.
Institute. Like, they're the boogeyman.
They're
'cause, like,
aware. There's rumors of them and shit, but like, there's not.
well,
It's
no,
not like.
and again, this goes into like some of the piss poor writing and Fallout. Like, unless you fucking go digging through the fucking terminals in the Institute. Like, at one point, the Institute was more open as like operating, and like that's why they sent to represent a person. I really porky picked that one. They sent a person to the Commonwealth Provisional Government meeting because they were a known enough faction in the ways in the Commonwealth at that point to be like, yeah, like we're forming a government. The Institute should be involved. They're part of the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this: there are like the Broken Mask incident is a good fucking thing for like the anti-synth paranoia because even the Institute doesn't know what happened with that fucker. He just went crazy. But like they barely fucking mention that shit. Where it's like, oh, like the synths have like they can go berserk at any moment for no reason. Nobody knows what triggers it. Not even the people who make them.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with you. I think that the main sort of like thrust of Fallout in general, when it comes to like super mutants, ghouls, synths, like all these various different things, is just because something is unpredictable and new and strange and different is not good enough reason to try and be against it in some fashion. That understanding is always going to be a lot better than like openly being against whatever it is that they are. That's what I've usually found to be the case. So that's again one of the reasons why I'm always confused when I see like socially like horribly regressive people who give a shit about things like miscegenation being fans of Fallout, because it's like this is like not teaching the lessons that you would agree with.
The actual answer is that they ignore the critiques in the game and just look at the cool parts that they enjoy of it. It's like
Sure.
every other time that they accept that kind of media.
I actually have a meme that
Well, do you know
perfectly
there are
sums
people
this
who are
up.
like, well, do you know there are people who are Moral Laurel fans that are unironically like, yeah, actually Clay is the good guy in the show because he renounced his homosexuality.
Yeah, but that's like, okay, here's the deal though. That is understandable in
So
the
there you
sense of
go,
like the
Lundy
Stephen
and Goat.
Colbert
I post
effect.
a meme of that just perfectly sums this up.
Yeah. I like there's a difference to me between the Stephen Colbert effect of just not being able to see when you're being like when you're being like satirized and criticized and shit. Like I get that. But what I don't get is when something is just like so 100% very clear about like where it
Oh,
stands, like Fallout is, and just fucking not getting it, just straight up not getting it.
oh, speaking of not getting it, Lundy, did you see about the new bit of Fallout 4 lore that dropped?
What?
So, Nate's a war criminal.
Oh right, yes, I forgot. Apparently he's in that fucking trailer as the guy helping another guy shoot a civilian.
So for people who don't know what we're talking about, Emil, what's his fucking name? The main Bethesda story writer came
Neil
out
Hamburger.
this weekend. It was like, oh, fun bit of Fallout trivia. Nate's the guy in the original Fallout 1 intro who is laughing while his friend executes a Canadian citizen live on television. And it did not go over well.
Yeah. Fucking it's so ridiculous.
Which, to be
Holy shit.
fair,
Here's the thing, right? Nate is a veteran of the Battle of Anchorage, and I'm assuming he was probably part of the Canadian annexation as well. Maybe not, but Nate was a member of the U.S. military during all of this. So at the best, he saw war crimes and did nothing about it. And at
Yeah.
the worst, he actively participated in those war crimes. So it doesn't shock me, but it does shock me that it's like, why would you do this when like the series literally has more eyes on it than any time ever? Oh hey, the guy in the last game re-release, the main character, war criminal.
It's very strange, yes.
And he's not even doing like a war crime you could justify where it's like, well, those are like military combatants or something. They had weapons. He had to drop the white phosphorus on them. It's like, no, he's literally laughing as a fucking just dude gets his brains blown out.
Okay, no, we were at 8:23, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, let me
God,
get
Fallout
back.
fans. But yeah, they like we said, we're just going in circles, but it's like they don't actually love the series.
8:23 is where we stopped there, by the way, Goat.
Yep.
They're in it. They're in it for like the fucking power fantasy bullshit.
Like, that's why Lundy and Goat, if you notice in the first scene when he's playing the Fallout 1 footage, and you'll see it again when he's playing more Fallout 1, he just literally, he literally has the look on his face like a dog that just heard a fart and it doesn't know where it came from.
Just, it's all going over his fucking head.
Okay, we're at 8:23. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck it, let's just get through this. Evil Raider chick gives the Overseer an ultimatum. Either choose his daughter Lucy or choose the rest of the residents of the vault. Obviously, he chooses his daughter, but instead of killing all the others, the Raiders just kidnap the dad and then just let the others run away as a bomb timer goes off. Oh, and Raider bitch reveals that she knows Lucy's mom. Wow, what a mystery. I'm so intrigued. What the fuck was the point of this scene? Alright, now we get to meet our
pause.
final...
8:56.
Also, again, remember when I told you remember who was punching who? That's gonna that's finally gonna pull off. Foreshadowing is a narrative device. But
Notice how he's, again, first episode. Just, like, does this motherfucker just literally watch every episode of a show and it's like, why are they doing this? Why are they setting this thing up? This is dumb. Like, ooh, a mystery. Ugh. Fucking kill yourself.
Look, I don't like having to think real hard when I watch my shows, Matt. Man.
Then fucking watch Andy Griffith.
Okay, 8:56.
Watching shows.
And that's not a dig on Andy Griffith. I love the Andy Griffith show.
Matt, do your local townspeople, whenever there's a problem with the police, do they always say that their local cops are like the modern day Andy Griffith?
yeah. Or Barney
Yeah,
Gumble.
ours is about the same. They fucking blew away a fucking kid who hit a roadblock a couple weeks ago, and people were still like, I know in my heart we're basically the same as Mayberry.
A child died. What are you talking about? Sir,
Okay,
this is their wake. What are you doing here? This is supposed to be just for friends and family.
I heard they have buffet. So no, we it said open casket. Now I can just take it. I can just take anything that's in this casket. You're telling me it's a free for all. Okay. 8:56. 3, 2, 1. Go.
main character, Maximus. And it's another pussy-ass black guy. You know, it's one
So
thing
pause.
that
904.
Notice how his critique of Maximus is pussy-ass black guy, and literally the footage he shows is Maximus being beat up by another black guy.
Yeah.
Just, it's amazing. And I get it. Like, he only had so much fucking trailer, so much fallout footage he could use before he gets dinged.
But you would think you wouldn't use that footage,
Especially when you're like, pussy-ass black man, when another black man is hitting him.
Okay. 904. 3, 2, 1. Go.
every single TV show, movie, and now video game has a diverse cast. But do you have to have every black man be a fucking pussy in modern media? You know, as harsh as I was on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, at least Barrett
Okay, let's
is a
pause for a
He
cool
was a
character.
fucking. He was hard on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
917.
He was hard on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is like, by the way, like universally beloved. Like, what does he like? What does he like? I'm just, this is the fucking Inmendum problem. This is like, I hate everything and everyone, all things that are fun and good. So now you have to like really take my fucking opinion seriously when I like something. And apparently the thing that he likes is like Dragon Ball Z. Good fucking controversial goddamn choice there, dipshit. What do you mean?
and the
That's
funniest thing is he's showing fucking footage for Dragon Ball Z Breakers, probably the least popular current Dragon Ball game going.
Dragon Ball Z is his Brave Little Toaster, Lundy.
It's so fucking stupid, man.
See,
Oh,
my main focus right now is I don't know if you can tell, he kind of has fucked up blinds at his house. I think that's interesting.
yeah.
Got fucked up blinds from where he's peeking through them too often.
He clearly
But
moved his setup from where he was originally.
Well, I
Well,
want to
I don't know if it's
point out something, Goat. Notice how low the fucked up part is. I don't think his eyes were doing the peeking through the blinds, if you know what I'm getting at.
I'm more confused about why the window changed from bottom left corner and now he's got midway up the screen. It seems very odd to me, placement wise. Let's see, can we make out any of the shitty toys he has? I think that's the Green Power Ranger. Hang on. Let's zoom in here. Okay, let's see what we got here. What we got. Is that a Gumby toy? Can't tell what that green thing is on the second shelf.
I think that is a Gumby.
It's really hard to tell. Do I have this in highest settings? Let's get this video up to 4K. Let's see what
Yeah, let's
kind of
enhance.
Yeah, let's see what kind of toys he has. Oh, it does go 14. Okay. Let's see. Did that make it easier to see? Screenshot. Zoom in. Okay, that is a little bit. Oh no, that is a what's the second phase of Cell?
He doesn't even have the good version of Cell.
Yeah, he's got a second version of Cell toy on his desk there. Oh, that's what that. Yeah, these are all. I think these are all Dragon Ball things. I think that might be a regular Cell up. No, I can't tell if that's a regular or first Cell. I know on the right corner was it fucking Gogeta or whatever, or maybe that's Goku when he turns into the black hair with red shirt.
You know what? I'm going to say something, and it's going to be a very unpopular thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Akira Toriyama died.
No.
Knowing that it hurt this motherfucker, I'm only sad that a Toriyama could only die once.
I do not co-sign.
See, this is a I don't like the kids in my neighborhood, so I'm glad the ice cream truck burned down.
Yeah.
That's what he's pulling right now.
That's too much. I do not approve.
Well, I don't care. This is how I feel.
I don't care. I laughed at the ice cream while it melted.
I refuse this, Matt. You are overboard, my friend.
Okay, 917. Let's see if it fucks up the video to be in this high quality on my phone. Okay. Oh yeah, I think it already. 917, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you can sell me on a diverse character if they're cool, if they just act like a person,
By the
but
way,
they happen to have a different.
I like how his definition
He has to be
of
sold on a character being black.
but not only that, just like, oh, a diverse character, just black. It's
This is the face of him being sold, by the way.
yeah. Look at him.
He did not change expression once while
I've
that character.
rarely seen more facial expressions on a Moai statue.
Okay, 926. 3, 2, 1, go.
Color of skin, you know, I know this is very stereotypical shit that basically everyone said by now, but it's true. It doesn't matter how many times it's said, it's accurate. And yeah, so he gets hazed by all the other Brotherhood of Steel initiates, and he gets saved by a trans man. I'm not joking,
doing that.
dude.
I don't want to go off
There's
on a
probably
rant
going to
thing.
be some coping and seething, but no, that is not a tomboy. That is not a masculine female. No, that is a woman who identifies as a man. You know it to be true. And she's more of a man than Maximus.
Is that true?
1002.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
She's just
And again, this is the thing too. You know who doesn't have defined gender roles in the Fallout universe? The Brotherhood of Steel. Anybody can be a scribe. Anybody can be a knight. Anybody can be a paladin. Anybody can be an elder. Man, woman. I mean, not ghoul, like, 'cause, you know, the Brotherhood's fucking racist.
Let's
like,
not go full. Let's not go crazy here.
Also,
Well,
Ghouls
this-
don't have
so
rights.
he doesn't get into this criticism, but this is one thing I love about the fucking show, is the show creators, unlike what this fucking dipshit says, you can tell they fucking care. There's a point, and Lundy, I'm going to spoil something, and I know you don't care about it, but for anybody listening, you can fast forward for a little bit, because I'm going to get into some spoiler too. House shows up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Robert House shows up, and he is perfect. Every line he says, it's like, that is what fucking House would say. That is how House would interact with this person. It is fucking perfect. But the thing I love most about this series, and you can tell the fucking writers have a fucking good grasp of what the fucking series is. They know what the Brotherhood of Steel is at their fucking core. A bunch of fucking LARPers.
if you don't blow up the Mojave Brotherhood in New Vegas,
You are weak and wrong.
but also London, he's saying this because
Her knight name is like, fuck, what is it? It's like Titus or Thaddeus or something like that.
Mhm.
And it's like,
As if Lions is a particularly like feminine name for Sarah.
oh,
there we go. That's the other thing too. It's like, look at who one of the most universally beloved, even me, a die-hard Brotherhood of Steel hater, can't say anything bad about Lions. It's like, yeah, if the rest of the Brotherhood were like Lions, this fucking organization wouldn't be the fucking shit show that it is. Too bad she probably got assassinated by the Outcast.
Okay, everybody ready?
Yep.
10:02. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is fucking embarrassing. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. I have to get through this, guys. I can't take it anymore. Everything I love has been destroyed. Let's just fast forward through the rest of this episode. Okay, so another Pridwin shows up. Maybe it's the same Pridwin from Fallout 4.
Pause.
I don't know. They don't.
Okay,
Again,
10:19.
this is how you can't tell. So there's many fucking traps that fake Fallout fans fall in. I'm gonna reveal one for everybody in here. Jet, right?
Mhm.
Everybody's like, oh, Fallout 4 fucked it up. Jet is post-war, not pre-war. You've never played an intelligent character in Fallout 2, have you? Because if you're an intelligence build, when you confront Myron in his drug lab, you can actually fucking tell him you did not invent Jet, you just rediscovered how to invent it. Jet's not fucking post-war, it's pre-war, you fucking dipshits. And just like the Pridwin here, people are like, why is the Pridwin here? They literally had fucking airships. That's how the fucking Brotherhood got on the East Coast in the first fucking place. That's also why there's a Brotherhood chapter in fucking the Midwest somewhere. Because even though tactics is not canon, like the element of like the Brotherhood sent over 3 fucking airships is canon. God, I hate it. I hate him. Like, I want to feel sad for him, but I can't. There's just something in me that biologically just makes me go like, no, you do not feel empathy for a person like this.
Okay, 10:19. Everybody ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Don't confirm or deny in this episode. We see some Brotherhood Knights in T60 power armor show up, and I don't know, it looks okay. I know some people are like, it looks like shitty cosplay. I think the costumes look okay. It's when there's CGI that it looks bad. In the next scene, Maximus and the girl boy sneak away and look at some power armor, and Maximus has a flashback to when he was saved by the Brotherhood of Steel. Then we see the initiates play some brick ball. Look, I know they're trying to be cute about, like, oh, post-apocalypse, they don't understand how sports work, but really throwing bricks into a fucking square hoop? And we learn some of the initiates have been chosen to be squires. And of course, Maximus doesn't get chosen, but the girl boy does. And so the next morning, as G.I. Jane puts on her boots, a trap placed inside her boot shreds her leg. And to no surprise, Maximus is blamed for this and taken away to be interrogated. Back at Vault 33, Lucy tries to get the council to send out a search party for her dad, but the fat black soy jack on the council is too chicken shit,
pause real quick?
as is the rest
Yeah. Also, I like how he's like, oh, the guy who.
Well, I was wanting to look at him because I was like, I don't know how black this guy is. And that's like, oh, he's a little bit black. Yeah, he's black.
He's a little dark, whatever.
Look, if you're darker than a fucking well
I
done
would say
cookie
anything.
to this motherfucker, you're black.
Anything
Like,
that's medium rare is fucking burnt to him.
H.P. Lovecraft had a more open definition of what white meant than this fucking asshole.
What time were we at?
I mean, we're basically there.
Everybody here, 11:31.
Yeah, I like how he's complaining about, like, oh, some of the vault dwellers are hesitant to go out and, you know, deal with the fucking
Yeah,
raiders.
it's almost like
kill-
every Fallout game ever.
Yeah, that too. It's almost like, oh, this is the first Fallout game where this minus the raiders basically fucking happened.
It's almost like the second Fallout game where you still have to get raised in.
Oh my
fucking
God, I
vaults, and
forgot
you have
something.
you have to go through like a shit ton of fucking rituals and trials in order to be worthy of going out. It's almost like the third Fallout game where the only reason why anybody is out is because of a fucking mutiny that happened, and the vast majority of people stayed behind and were too fucking chicken shit and scared to go out into the fucking world. You had to go back and tell them, hey, everything's okay. It's almost like the fucking, oh my God, the only fucking one that doesn't apply to is the fourth Fallout game, and even that one had people like living in and fucking like redoing vaults more or less. Like fucking hell.
Also, I forgot something to bring something. So remember back at the start when he complained about the ghoul and his nickname?
Yeah,
What is Bundy?
yeah.
What is the nickname for the protagonist of Fallout New Vegas?
The vault dweller.
No, that's
sorry, the courier.
yeah, the courier. The courier.
Well, damn.
You know, just a job description.
That definitely means that he's the only courier, though.
Yeah, it does. He's the only one. Or like the sole survivor from 4. I guess nobody else ever survived an onslaught. He's the only one who ever survived. The sole survivor. Again, if my livelihood, because we're not seeing it with all the ads, because GOAT is merciful, but when I watched this, there were fucking 6 ads in this fucking video, and it's like, if my livelihood depended on being this miserable, again, kill myself. Why would I want to live this existence?
Okay, we're at 11:31. Everybody ready?
I'm sorry, GOAT, but
All right, you're good.
if
You're
you
good.
gave me the choice between living this guy's life for one day or living the life of a Chinese bear in a bowel factory, I would take the bear. I'd rather have just some angry, not giving a shit Chinese guy who is probably smoking just rip a hole in my side and shove a tube into my fucking liver to get my fucking precious sweet bear bow. That sounds more pleasant and rewarding of a life than this fucking dipshit's life. Continue, GOAT.
Okay, 11:31. 3, 2, 1, go.
to them. And so Lucy teams up with Big Schnoz and Sweet Home Alabama to leave the vault themselves. Of course, her brother, being a massive pussy, won't
really
go
good
with her. Her
nicknames.
cousin actually wants to, but she knows he's incredibly incompetent and also a coward, so she tranks him and leaves the vault by herself. Now, this is where the show jumps the shark. We find out that Vault 33 is located next to Venice Beach, in the heart of the Boneyard. Now, if you know anything about Fallout lore, you would know that the NCR dominated this territory, brought civilization back to it. There is no way in hell that Vault 33 was not contacted over the course of 100 years. And of course, to address the...
Okay, 1225.
You know how this could easily be explained away? How many unopened vaults have you run? Again, it's constantly in the game. Like, nobody's gone into fucking vault, fucking what's-its,
loads of vaults that nobody's ever actually been in the games.
Yeah.
In literally all of the games.
You know, I think the fucking New California Republic probably just saw this, like, maybe checked it out a little bit. Also, too, spoilers, some spoilers. The Vault 33 ain't all it fucking cracked up to be. There's some fucking shady shit going on. So the powers that be out there could have also just been like, yeah, like nobody home. Everybody did. Maybe put on an act like, oh, we're all fucking crazy. Gooble gobble Gary.
Okay, 1225. Everybody ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Elephant in the room, LA itself is a massive wasteland, like a featureless desert. What happened to the NCR? Well, at the time of me recording this, I was spoiled of future episodes. And apparently, Shady Sands got nuked 4 years before the events of Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, that's how you know the showrunners didn't do the research.
So pause.
1251.
I hate the fact that I can tell he's smirking while he's saying this fucking shit. Just loathe it.
He sounds like the guy who tells Pim to go home to his family on Smiling Friends.
But here's like the thing, right? One, with the Boneyard in LA. LA only fully gets restored if you do the She storyline in 2. And I've had this thought for a while now because one of the most interesting things to me in Fallout New Vegas, of like all the references they make to Fallout 1 and 2 in there, it is really interesting. The She are never mentioned. Not once. Like, the She get more mention in Fallout 4 than they do in not 76, in Fallout New Vegas. So my guess is the She did not fucking succeed in their wasteland reclamation project, and LA just became too fucking much of a hassle. Because from what we know of, LA was one of the most hardest hit cities in fucking the Fallout universe. We don't know how hard every city is, but out of the cities we do know that were hit, it was definitely hit harder than fucking Boston. It was definitely hit harder than fucking Vegas was. It's probably seems like LA got hit about as much as fucking DC did. And, like, we know what the Capital Wasteland's like. And with the Shady Sands thing, I have a theory for this.
Mhm.
I think, well, there's two things, right? It's not clear if, like, Shady Sands was nuked actually in 77. Because the thing he's referring to is there's this chalkboard, right, that says the fall of Shady Sands, 2277. And then next to it is a nuclear explosion. And it's like the explosion could have happened later. But my theory is, I think the showrunners might have confused Hopeville and the Divide with Shady Sands. Because this is a thing, right? Like, not everybody's obsessed with, like, Fallout to, like, the same degree as I am. Like, you look at the Steam achievements.
Like a lot of people, they probably did one playthrough NCR, maybe two, but like they barely refer to Hopeville. It's always called the Divide, and it's always like, hey, this was a place between the NCR and New Vegas. It got blown up by a nuke. I think that might have confused the writers because again, they never. You don't get a lot of references to Hopeville itself until you're fairly far into the actual fucking DLC of Lonesome Road. So that's my theory, at least. I think they confused Hopeville with Shady Sands.
Which is fair. So basically, what you're saying is like the writers get so much other like lore and reference it well that to think that they just fucked this up on accident on entirely
Yeah.
accident is much more believable than just they don't know what they're talking about.
Also, too,
They never read through the source material in any way.
Also, too, the other thing, and the more thing with me, Lundy, on this, who gives
Yeah, true. Like if that's literally like out of the entirety of this guy's review, that's like the only thing that's like I guess could be a criticism, and even then, like, whatever.
But even then,
Like,
the reason people are criticizing this is because it's like,
If Shady Sands was nuked in '77, why didn't they mention it in fucking Fallout New Vegas?
you know what else they don't mention in Fallout New Vegas? The Divide. One character mentions it. Oh, we talked so long.
Sorry, I looked away for a second. Shit.
no, that's our fault. We gabbed for a long.
12:51. Gotta close and reopen the share screen thing.
But yeah, Lundy, it's like, who gives a shit? They didn't mention a lot of things in fucking New Vegas that they probably should have fucking mentioned. Like, nobody talks about New Canaan.
Oh, they're getting that.
Nobody talks about the we got the ad.
I think he gives you one at the beginning, no matter what.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just dragged it around.
So,
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
This
Hang
show's
on, we're gonna
canon.
get there in a
It's
second.
totally
12,
canon,
48,
guys.
12, 51. So the show's canon.
You know, the showrunners didn't do the research.
Matt, you want me to play it a little bit? It might jog your memory.
Yeah.
Okay. 12:51. 3, 2, 1, go.
That the capital of the NCR got
Oh, I
nuked
remember now.
before New
Sorry.
Vegas.
There you go. 12:54.
And he brought it up. So, capital of the NCR, right? When we get the Shady Sands in the show, there's literally a sign there that says Shady Sands, the first capital of the NCR. So Shady Sands wasn't even the capital of the NCR when it got blown up. Learn how. It's not even media literacy at this fucking point. Just learn basic fucking literacy.
Just pay attention to what's going on in front of you.
I mean, that's the other thing that other than all the racist dog whistling and shit, like, the thing that pisses me off most with this fucking quote-unquote review is, like, he's literally criticizing the first episode for things that get explained later on. Like, it's like this motherfucker is an alien, and he doesn't know how humans construct a story.
Okay. 12:54.
I'm sorry,
All
sorry.
stories are constructed thusly. There is big, bad, ugly person who is bad because they are ugly. All men are super good at beating ugly man and all of his like people who do bad things. And all women like fawn over big strong man and everyone's white.
Like,
That's
will
how
say-
story made.
and
I
you
will
know what's
say
even
you're-
more galling about this?
I'm sorry, Go, but what even pisses
Okay.
me off most about this cocksucker has no fucking excuse for this. They literally dropped all 8 fucking episodes at once. He could have watched all of them, but instead he was like, nope, gotta make that YouTube money or else I ain't gonna get my SpaghettiOs this fucking month. And he fucking shits out this crap.
I will say, Lundy, you are making a joke of it, but the first part about bad guy is big and bad because he's big and bad retard.
Yeah.
you gotta admit it was satisfying to see that with Jack Horner in the Puss in Boots movie.
Yeah, sure.
Even though I
But he
think
was
that
actually fairly like charismatically evil, like in a way that was like delightful.
technically,
Actually,
technically, I think that was the point.
yeah.
But also that there hadn't been one of those in a while, and he's so over the top evil. But I don't know.
Also, but well, yeah, but sure, but Puss is fucking, Latino, so this guy would disapprove.
Also, who's the love interest? A black cat.
Yeah, he would hate that.
And what's death? A Mexican dog,
Well, Brazilian.
Brazilian, whatever. That's why he's trying to behead Boots or Puss the entire time. Damn, now I'm thinking about Death from Puss in Boots hunting down Boots from Dora the Explorer. Poor monkey.
Yeah, Boots from Dora would get his shit pushed in.
Okay, 12:54. Everybody ready?
hmm
3, 2, 1, go.
Yes. Yet it was never mentioned, and it's more than established that the NCR dominated California and brought civilization back. Fuck this show. Fuck Todd Howard. Fuck Amazon. Bethesda is so beyond dead to me, it's insane. Everyone who likes Fallout 4 gets exactly what they fucking deserve with this show. What blows my mind is there's people who actually thought
Again,
Starfield was going to be good. And even though the NCR capital
pause.
was
Okay, 1326.
Again, I am so fucking glad Akira Toriyama's dead. I'm so
Same.
glad. I'm so glad that probably ruined your day.
I was actually happy to hear the puppy got run over.
That angel of a man dying was a
Fuck you,
loss
Billy.
for the world, and just because some bad people liked him and probably felt bad about it is not good enough. God damn it!
I
Here's the
like
thing,
how when Goat was going after his dog, I was like, that's too far, guys. Let's not go after the doggo. But then 15 minutes later, I'm like, God, I wish Akira Toriyama could die more.
wish he suffered more. If he could have the worst form of cancer while also having an ingrown toenail.
I wish he died in the most heartbreaking way possible.
Look,
I refuse to humor this.
Lundy sitting over there like Miyazaki when that one group of guys was showing him the zombie retard AI, and he was like, "This reminds me of my friend with a disability. You people are gay." And they went out to go smoke his vape.
no, they use
Doors in Japan because they're a real country.
Miyazaki kind of seems like a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, he's just a guy who had dreams and aspirations for a better world, and he slowly watched all of that die.
Well, I mean, and more specifically with his relationship with was it Goro?
Oh yeah, he's not a fun person to have a work relationship. Ask his son about that.
That's who I'm talking about. His son. I don't think he had a very good. Well, I mean, I know he didn't have a good time with him. I'm pretty sure.
No. When your dad walks out of your first movie, you probably don't have the best relationship.
Matt, did you ever hear about Kafka and his dad?
No.
Lundy, do you know about this? My friend Christian was telling me about this. Apparently, Kafka, Metamorphosis, famous author. At one point, his father came up to him and was like, "Hey, I noticed that you're kind of shy around me for some reason. Is there a reason? Like, are you afraid of me?" He looked at him and said nothing, and then went home, and then mailed his mom a 32-page letter that was essentially Hello, Father. You asked me why I don't like you. Here is every reason why you are a hunk of shit. And then his mother said, I'm not going to show him that.
I mean, if I was his father and you showed me that, I'd be like, I'm not reading this. This is 32 pages. Like, what is this?
I'm sorry for you, or I'm glad, but I ain't reading all that.
Like, you couldn't just be like, yeah, it was all the beatings. Because
His dad mails him back a letter that just says lol K.
Yeah.
it was history's first TLDR.
See, why couldn't Lovecraft have that moment and just mail that out to every local minority group?
Because Lovecraft's psychosis did not come from his fraternal side.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Because his mom's family had a history of mental illness and also very abusive.
Well, no, I'm saying every minority group that he hated. Why didn't he just mail that out? Then he could have gotten
I
all.
mean, he did. He just mailed it to science
That's true.
magazines, and they were like,
This
"Well,
guy's fucking crazy.
if we change some of the words, we could pass this off as like if we change like hunchback Negro to Migo and drunken Irish to Azathoth. Like, I think we got something here. That would be great. Like, every one of Lovecraft's stories was just like some racist spiel that his editors just changed into a fucking sci-fi story.
Now, Lovecraft, I really like what you've been. I've been reading your letters, and I think that they're very interesting. I'm just thinking, can we change thieving money hungry Jew to Dagon? Why? What's the problem? Well, I don't know how well it would sell.
Look, Lovecraft, we're trying to cut back on ink usage. Could we change the wording of sea Negro to deep one?
I mean, if you want to be a fucking about it.
We've been pent up listening to a racist for too long, and it would have come out eventually.
It's coming over, yeah.
Listen, Lovecraft, I'm just gonna be honest with you. We have gotten too many complaints over the past couple days with our other publisher, Mr. Ford. So we're gonna have to have a little bit of a change when it comes to image. Oh, I picked that one up. I love that, but yeah, I'm not surprised you did. That was the right time period, right? When he forced big gay fucking.
Yeah, like Lovecraft did shit in the 30s. Yeah.
Yeah, it's around there. Okay.
If I'm remembering right, Lovecraft died in like 48?
1326. 3, 2, 1, go.
Nuked. That doesn't explain how the boneyard turned into a giant desert wasteland. But it's as simple as the showrunner.
Well, again, like I said earlier,
for the fans. This is made for normies who have heard of Fallout. It's made for women who won't even watch the show. And most importantly, it's made as a humiliation ritual.
Man, that voice got emotional there for a second.
You love, and you will do nothing about it.
Humiliation ritual is another one of those terms that I'm like really upset has entered into the zeitgeist, because every fucking retard Yahoo moron fucking starts using it as a term like, hey, yeah, humiliation ritual. Like what the fucking Jews do in Hollywood. Shut up. You're fucking retarded.
Interrogates him, accusing him of something he didn't do.
Everything you can't comedy out of embarrassment anymore. Even though that's also
he would gladly give his life
what
for the
most
brotherhood, and the scribe rewards him by promoting him to
finally got some more Fallout B-roll.
Then we get a scene where She-Man doesn't blame him because she knows he would never do it, because again, He's a little bitch boy who would never do anything wrong. What a great protagonist. And
Or,
in his
she actually knows
I'm
him and he knows.
sorry. I'm sorry. What a
Yeah,
great
pause.
protagonist. This guy who wouldn't just randomly mutilate a fucking ally. Fucking retard.
Yeah.
Like, this is the dumbest fucking guy in the world. Like, what the fuck? Why does anyone listen to this guy? Holy shit.
Now, I
What do
will.
you mean? Oh, he wouldn't fucking just randomly mutilate her? Fucking, what a fucking bitch.
I want to remind you,
A little
Lundy.
fucking cuck.
I want to remind you, Lundy. 132,000 subscribers.
It's so fucking retarded, dude. It's literally just mindless people just going, sell me opinion that I have because me like to confirm opinion.
So, I don't think it's a lot of those, Lundy. Because, since I watched this earlier, I did a little digging about this guy, and, I'm willing to bet a decent chunk, at least a third of that subscription base is, hate watchers.
You sure?
Yeah, like, this guy is kind of, especially because of his, Thor Ragnarok videos, which are apparently...
Yeah, I believe you informed us that his opinion there wasn't enough incest.
Yeah, underage incest. And
Oh,
when
yeah.
it got brought up, the characters he wanted to see fuck were underage. He was like, "Well, it's Norse times."
We got some.
Ah, fucking hell.
Okay, we got almost 5 minutes left of this.
It's been torture.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
3, 14, 48. 3, 2. That number sounded almost cool. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Armor, which is kind of cool, I guess. And now we get another massive retcon. Apparently, the Enclave is still around. Yup, even though we
Pause.
see the
15
So
minutes.
he talks about like we see the last of the remnants in New Vegas. There's literally an Enclave station in Chicago. Like, you know how I know this? Because of New Vegas. It's literally where Eddie was sent between him fucking in fucking New Vegas and him being in DC. He went to Enclave Station in Chicago. And also, too, you know where he was being sent to in the Mojave? Navarro. So he's also being sent to possibly another group of fucking Enclave. It's not unlikely that the fucking Enclave had little splinter cells, especially since we see with this group of Enclave, they are predominantly scientists. It's just, again, everything these shitheads hate is just like, oh, the retcon, you tried to get to my fucking video game from 12 fucking years ago. Guess what, dipshit? You're not getting a New Vegas. It's never fucking happening. I love New Vegas. It's legitimately top 3 of my favorite fucking video games of all fucking time. It's in the past. Again, Lundy, you talked about fucking how these motherfuckers do not understand, like, the fundamentals of this series. This is, like, one of the things right here. Their attachment blindly to the fucking past. They're just white-knuckling it, and they can't fucking see it's preventing them from fucking enjoying shit in the future.
Okay, 15 minutes. Everybody ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1. Go.
last of the remnants in New Vegas, which are a bunch of fucking senile boomers. 15 years later, the Enclave is back with a vengeance. Maximus is tasked with finding one of their runaways who I guess is hanging with dog meat. And for the final scene of the episode, we wrap back around to Walton Goggins as we see a few mercenaries
Oh,
dig
this
up
is some
his
of the biggest.
corpse. Oh god, here we go again. Pete Hines has been vindicated. For those of you who don't know, there is a unmarked quest.
So
in
pause.
Okay, 15, 30,
It's
40.
okay, he's getting into the whole fucking dumb quest line in Fallout 4 with the little ghoul child in the fridge, which is dumb. I'm not gonna lie. That is a dumb quest.
But literally,
Fallout 4, it's good to expect dumb shit from Fallout 4.
in the fucking scene, he is referencing in the show where they dig up the ghoul. The fucking merc who digs him up is like, you worked with my dad on bounties. I have an idea for some bounties. He was not buried for 200 years. You lying little fucking retarded weasel. You can't even say weasel. That's too evolved of a creature. You're like a fucking flatworm.
Okay, 1534. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fallout 4, where you find a ghoul child who's been locked in like a fridge or something. I can't even really remember. The child has been in there for 200 years with no food or water, and you reunite him with his parents who are also ghouls. It's quite possibly the dumbest quest in any RPG of all time, and rightfully, fans pointed out how stupid it was, how it's been established in the original games that ghouls do eat and drink, and I believe even in Fallout 3, they have to eat and drink. But no, now ghouls are just immortal zombies, and Pete Hines, being a massive silly Billy on Twitter, pointed out how nerds are all losers for caring about continuity. You're right. Why should I care about anything that happens in the story? I should just consume your product. You piece
Silly
of
Billy
shit.
is what these guys
But
call
now,
faggot
over
now, by
8
the way.
years later, Bethesda still
gotcha.
has a chip
Well, I
on
will
their
call him
shoulder
what he
about
is.
that
He's a
one,
faggot,
and has
both
confirmed in
mentally
this show
and
that
spiritually.
ghouls can be buried underground in a coffin for who knows how long and be perfectly fine. And for seemingly no reason at all, Walton Goggins kills the 3 mercenaries. They weren't even hostile. They were offering to share a bounty with him, and he kills them.
Pause real quickly.
1649.
I didn't catch that the first time I watched this. He even mentions that they offered to share a bounty. Why would they just randomly dig up a corpse? And then it's like, oh, it's a ghoul. Hey, you want to go on a bounty with us, Mr. Ghoul, who's apparently been in the ground for 200 fucking years? You fucking flatworm with a receding fucking... I hope no woman is unfortunate enough to share a dark alley with you one night, because the thought of you fucking spreading your genes for another generation sickens me.
Okay, 1649. 3, 2, 1, go.
Was fucking stupid. Okay, that was episode 1. It sucked dick. It ruined everything. Fallout's dead again. Honestly, Fallout's been dead to me since
1701.
Hey, dipshit, if Fallout's been dead to you since Fallout 4, what are we doing here? Why are you making this? I know why. The answer is because you're a fucking failure in life and you couldn't get a real job or a real career of any kind, so you have to make paddlum for fucking retards on YouTube. But why are, like, the fundamental, like, again, why don't you kill yourself? I want this answer. Tell me. Why?
Why? Explain to me why you wouldn't kill yourself.
Yeah,
That's
why
what-
wouldn't you?
Straight
Why
up,
wouldn't? If I told you about a
I have
person,
stopped all pretenses. Do it now.
like I will murder you if you do not give me a reason why you should not fucking kill yourself.
I'm getting your address right now. I'm loading up the .rom file. You're fucked.
It's on, motherfucker.
Look, has started.
If I see you in the Mojave, it's on site.
Yeah, I want to make you wish for a nuclear winter.
Okay, 1701. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fallout 4 released, and to even more fans after 76. So while yes, I did get kind of angry over certain things in this show, you know, sometimes I ham things up for the review.
You're a
I
coward.
honestly don't care.
You're a
that much.
coward.
I'm just
You even
tired of
admit it.
propaganda being shoved in my face more than anything. And yeah, I mean, this show's woke as fuck. It's diverse as hell. It's an obvious female empowerment story. That's really the most annoying thing of all. Lucy is an obvious Mary Sue. All of the men around her are incredibly pathetic and weak. The trans male character was more of a man than Maximus, one of our main characters. You would think black people would make more of a stir about this, but as you saw with my Spider-Man 2 review, no, they totally love Miles Morales, who's fucking Urkel incarnate.
By the way, it is
So I guess
funny
we're gonna
that does
continue
not
to
like
see
Miles
these characters
Morales.
in the future until showrunners and
'Cause,
game
like,
developers start getting called racist.
This is
for
who
this pathetic
Spider-Verse
beta
2
male
was aimed
stereotype.
at.
And yeah, I don't think I need to bring up again how heavily they've shit on the Fallout lore already in the first episode. I'm really, really not looking forward to watching the rest of this. I just know when they show the huge crater,
I wish I
where
could see
Shady
a fucking
Sands
picture of
used
a
to be,
crater where your
it's just
house
gonna
used
be
to
a giant
be.
middle finger to all the fans. And I've heard Mr. House also shows up in this show. And to spoil a plot point from later in the show, they confirm that Vault Tech fired the first nuke, which completely ruins the
Explain.
main theme
Pause.
of
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
1834.
How does it ruin it?
How does it destroy the main theme of Fallout?
Fallout has always had an anti-capitalist bent to it, you fucking shit. Literally, the reason fucking the war happened was because of a resource scarcity.
Fucking
How?
idiot.
Fucking
How
moron.
how does it ruin anything? Explain. Everyone kind of already suspected it was the case anyway. Like, what the fuck is this? How has this ruined anything? I'm so confused.
Yeah. Those were the 4 fucking possibilities. It was either the Chinese, the US, Vault-Tec, or the aliens.
We should see if one of you guys can get on to debate this guy. That would be funny.
Well, I would only want to debate why is he still living.
Oh, no, you.
Yeah, true.
That would, like, I would be in the negative. Like, nigga, if I was you, I'd kill myself.
It's rarer than the solar eclipse. It's the rare Matt M-bomb
Not only that,
With
the
his A
rare
at the end.
soft A
Yeah.
N-bomb from me.
from the podcast.
I just love that he just gives the game away at the end. Like, I don't really actually care that much, to be honest. It's just, yeah, I don't like it.
I mean, look,
Fucking-
we already, he got us. We're the fucking biggest rubes here because we watched a whole fucking video.
True.
Like, by this point, like 7 ads had already played, and I was really angry about it.
He said he super loves the game. He's just hamming it. We like to have our fun here, but at the end of the day, I'm the guy playing the guy. And I'm just here to tell you, I'm sick of this fucking far leftist propaganda. I love that. Where it's just, hi, I'm the guy. Hey, I'm not like that. And then immediately starts revving himself back up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
What a
fucking.
fuck. I hate it.
I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Like, anti-capitalism stuff is baked into the very, like, DNA of fucking post-apocalyptic storytelling. I think it was Ursula Gain who said something along the effects, like when she was asked about like post-apocalyptic fiction and why it was appealing, is because it is easier for us to imagine a complete collapse of the system we currently live in than an alternative. It's like if you go back like enough years and you could ask like a serf, like, hey, what would be an alternative to fucking divine feudal monarchy? They wouldn't have one. They'd just be like, well, I guess the alternative would just be collapse, wouldn't it?
Okay, we have a minute 5 left. You guys ready to finish this out?
Sure.
Okay. 3,
Fucking ad read, then we quit immediately.
3, 2, 1, go.
Fallout. These fucking far leftists don't even listen to the opening monologue or the ending one. War never changes. That's what the fucking series is about. But you stupid fucks are so obsessed with capitalism.
Oh my
you
god,
think
he's such a
it's
fucking
about
child.
corporation bad. That's what Fallout's really about. The games literally
He
tell
actually
you
is
what
a
the
child.
theme is word for word. Now that it's not America or China's fault that the
It's
world
not!
ended, the
Even
entire
if I went with
message
your
of the
stupid
series
fucking like baseline fucking I haven't thought in my head for years interpretation of what the fuck the goddamn themes to Fallout are, where it's literally just me reading out the things that the characters say and that's it, you fucking dolt. Even if I went with that, it still doesn't ruin that because Ward ever just trolls with the idea of a corporation starting a war. You fucking dipshit.
Yeah, the corporations are starting the war for the same reason wars have always been started. Resources and power.
No,
I guess I
fuck.
could have just said
What a
power.
goddamn fucking dipshit. Holy fuck.
You can say
Also,
faggot.
too, I noticed something, right? As much as he complained about Fallout 4, notice who's using the Fallout 4 inventory mod for fucking New Vegas.
Also, I'm just fucking super curious. Is this guy a Vault Tech simp? Like, does he think the Vault Tech is like super cool and based and awesome? Because like literally every single thing about Vault Tech has always shown them to be complete fucking like monsters.
I mean, we can literally count like the number of good pre-war corporations on one hand. You have them, and I got nobody else.
I
I
do
know
also.
some people. I know some people would argue Sunset Sarsaparilla, but look, there were some concerning news stories about what that stuff does to your body. So, also, I'm not a big root beer fan, so they get a negative there.
For anyone who sat
God.
through this, I do want to acknowledge also just how fucking retarded this is that he's been screaming about baby video game for 19 minutes and he's just also been wrong the entire time.
Yeah, like if like I just keep playing. I'll
Video
save my thoughts for
games
the end.
Video games are toys at their bare minimum. Okay, 1905. 3, 2, 1, go.
is ruined. I guess the silver lining of all of this is there's only a few gaming franchises I still even care about anymore, and it's only a matter of time till those are destroyed too. And then I can truly be apathetic about the entire gaming industry. So yeah, as if I even had to tell you, don't watch this show. I mean, if you like this show on any level, I've lost any and all respect for you. In fact,
Pause.
I don't think...
Pause.
1932.
I don't even think a person who would like this show is a human anymore. Go to his top pinned comment for himself.
You want me to read it?
Wow, the Reddit bot comments are absolutely pathetic. Can you even refute a single point in the video or just continue to cry about my political beliefs? Oh wait, that would require you to watch the video. I have a few questions for you, shills. If Shady Sands fell in 2077, why didn't a single NCR member mention it in 2028, in 2281? If you think the show isn't woke, what's your definition of woke? And 3, why do you care if people like or hate the show?
Hold on, keep
Fucking
reading.
retard.
Keep reading.
Millions of people buy COD each year, yet we all know it sucks. Normies, you, liking the show doesn't make it good. like it's objective. like it's
This is why I constantly say like letting nerds get power was the worst fucking thing humanity has ever done.
This is what happens when you don't bully people who unironically use the word kino to describe their movie taste.
And fucking exactly. Like, you know what? We were having there was like a whole anti-bullying thing discussion in D.GG, and I'm just like, some motherfuckers need to be bullied. They need to be corrected. We need to go back to a time when it's like, oh, this person, like, don't bully this person. They're autistic. No, they're just being a little fucking fag right now, and they need to be told that.
Lundy, can you finish the rest of the from normies you or
If
I
your
thought
reply to this post, sorry, I thought leftists hated corporations, yet here you are licking Bethesda's boots. If your reply to this post doesn't answer any of my 3 questions, you will be blocked on this channel. Feel free to cry about it in your groomer Discord, says the guy who wants underage incest.
You know what? If this video does well, people, we will do his Ragnarok video.
let's see what the last 8 seconds have to say. 3, 2,
His
1, go.
Ragnarok video is like an hour long.
Do not hate watch this show like I'm about to, so that I can make ad money. Cashing in on fucking retards.
See what his other videos are. Oh yeah, this guy is basically just ER. Alright. He put the Wojak in the thumbnail. He put the Wojak. He put the Pepe. He used the soy jack.
I mean, you know what? Fuck for shitheads like this, though. Because it gives us something for however fucking long it took us to get through this fucking video.
These thumbnails are so fucking ugly. Look at the gaming is dying. I don't know what the soy jack thing just kind of takes over after a little bit. Battletoads. I'm the Chad. You're the crying Zoomer. Was Deus Ex good? The answer is yes. You don't think that, you're gay. Anyway, what does everybody our takeaway from retard here?
He's a fucking retard.
Yeah, he actually made me
Fucking
not hate the fact that Akira Toriyama is dead. That should tell you something.